Hello everybody, I am Liz and today I'm going to do a video that has been creeping up on Booktube called the Booktube Real Talk. It was created by Books with Alyssa J. I will link her video and channel down below so you can check her out. And I discovered this video from April, who I absolutely love her. Her videos are always so thoughtful and she's really just kind of made this booktube experience journey for me really amazing because she's an amazing friend and I just love talking to her. And so I'm so excited that she pointed me to this tag so I can get real with you too. The first question asks, what's something nobody told you about Booktube before you started your channel? Recently, the drama on Booktube. I did not know that Booktube was super dramatic and they got into a lot of rants and arguments and fights until recently, especially book Twitter. Book Twitter can sometimes be a madhouse. So that's something I didn't know about Booktube. And another thing is just kind of how to get started. I mean, I watched all of these like Booktube 101, how to create your channel, but it still didn't really prepare me for what to expect budget-wise, what programs to use, what camera to record on, and so it was really just me messing around and figuring out my own groove for the first month, 3 months, 4 months of Booktube. I mean, I started watching Booktube with all the really popular booktubers like Zoe with Read with Zoe, and Sasha in a Book Utopia. I watched all of their videos, and then I met April and she was really level-headed and we really kind of just started talking and I just decided, you know what, let's do this. But like I said, I didn't know how to edit. I've never video edited before, so a lot of my beginning videos are so terribly choppy and not the best, but I mean, that's what Booktube is kind of all about, is you start off this experience and you get better and better with every video you create. You feel more in your own world, you're more comfortable with what you're creating, and you just find more joy the more you progress in your channel. Another thing that booktubers don't really talk about is your channel growth. Sometimes it stagnates, it goes stale. Some booktubers that start the same time as you will gain a huge following, hundreds to thousands, and you only land in the little 50s to 200s. And you really have to reassess your channel, what makes you happy, and just why you're creating this content. Is it for followers? Or is it to talk about books or, you know, get yourself out there, find friends? And so I had to really reevaluate that. I was on my first year of Booktube. I couldn't get more than 50 followers. I was really bent out of shape about it until I talked to some of my friends and really reevaluated why I created this channel. Now I'm almost 250 strong and I am so happy, even 4 years later, that I love everyone who follows me and we have really good talks and discussions, and that is really all that I want, is to find friends. Question 2 is, what is your opinion on typical Booktube videos like wrap-ups, TBRs, book hauls, etc.? Me, I really liked them. I did those videos a lot when I was just starting out. I really enjoyed wrap-ups, and I still do to this day. I feel like monthly wrap-ups talking about all the books you enjoyed or maybe didn't enjoy that month is really good for recommendations because I see whether they liked it, disliked it, and why. And that's why it's so important for me specifically to watch wrap-ups. When it comes to TBRs, I have done away with TBRs pretty much altogether unless I'm doing a readathon because I am a mood reader. As for book hauls, I have pretty much done away with those as well. I don't really haul a ton of books at once. It's usually a book here and there. But when it comes to like my birthday or Christmas and I get a huge chunk of books, I'll typically do a haul, and so I can, you know, geek out and love on these books that I got that I'm really excited to read. Another one are book tags. Obviously, every once in a while I still do book tags. Sometimes questions can be repetitive, and that's when I will step away from tags, but I still really enjoy looking at new tags and seeing all the hustle and bustle with some books, because maybe I'll get a book recommendation from a tag question and how Booktuber talks about it, and so that's why tags are also really great as well. Question 3 is, what is an assumption you had about Booktube before you joined? Was it proven correct or not? I don't know if I had a ton of assumptions when I walked into Booktube. I knew that this community was very friendly, and obviously we have a love of books, so we can get connected and we can create friends and just really enjoy books, and obviously that's true. And I guess low-key, like something that I explained about in question 1 was kind of subscriber, follower, and channel growth. I thought that initially I thought my channel would get a lot larger faster, which never happened. And like I said, I had to reassess things and go back and really decide why I wanted a channel and if it was worth it and all this stuff. And obviously it is. I love this channel and I love talking to you guys, and I realize I don't need a huge following. I just want to be here for friends and talk about books. Question 4 is, what is something you've done that has actually helped you grow your audience? And like I said, your engagement is key on gaining followers. And as I have a lot of gaps in some of my video content and my engagement because of outside world with school and other things, it's really hard for me to always stay engaged. A lot of people will mediate that by creating like a Bookstagram, which I also have, or a Twitter account, and really connect with their followers that way. And honestly, like, it is, you make your channel what you make it. And honestly, the more you do with your channel, the more unique your content is, the more your channel will grow. And also the more you will enjoy your videos, you'll enjoy your content, and the more you'll kind of find your place in the community and what you like to do. If you like to make book trailers or book music videos or anything like that, like, go for it and have fun. And I think that's what's really awesome about this community, is there's so many options that you can do with videos. I really want to try vlogging because that's one of my favorite videos to watch nowadays. And I have no idea where to go. No freaking idea. But I have tried vlogging a couple of times. Failed for the most part, except for I did okay with a bookish character vlog I did for a biannual bibliothon, I believe last year. So that was fun. And so I think with that and with all the vlogs I've watched, I'm really excited to start vlogging myself, and I plan on vlogging my entire Scotland trip that I'll be taking at the end of May, so look out for that. It might not happen, like, it might not be posted until end of June, but we'll see. I'll keep you updated. Question 5 is, what is a common mistake you see new booktubers making, or one that you made? One comment that I have gotten was that my edits were really jumpy at the beginning, and so sometimes I would talk kind of low, and then all of a sudden I'd be talking high because I had to make an edit and I had to cut out some of my video, or I had to shorten it. And so that's something that they say is it's really difficult to watch a lot of videos with rapid edits, and especially when you're going from a low tone to a high tone. So that's something definitely to be wary of. If you have to take a couple takes to get the type of talk that you want for a question or a book wrap up, whatever, you can do that. Like, you can take as many takes as you want. I mean, this is my second time recording this. So do what you can and do it as many times as you want to make it right and that you're happy with. Also, another thing is watching your volume level. This is a common issue, not just with new booktubers, but everyone. They all make these mistakes, and that's when, especially when you have like headphones in and the volume's kind of low, so you turn the volume up so you can hear the person speaking, and all of a sudden there's a music track and it blasts their ears because the Booktuber didn't take consideration to the music level might be up here while the talking's right here. So that's something that I've definitely had to work on, and it makes video editing even longer, but you want to make sure you're not blasting out your audience or they're not going to come back. Another thing is I've really struggled with how many times I say and so. Sometimes it's not terrible, but there are times where I'm editing myself and I am irritated by my own voice and how many times I say and or so. So try to work on that. If that's your own personal issues and your own personal pet peeves, always try to better yourself, and when you better yourself, it's really going to show in your videos. As you can see watching mine, like in the beginning to now, it's similar but very different and more professional. Question 6 is, what are your thoughts on working with publishers and sponsorships? I have no issues with them. Literally, if you want to get free books or maybe get a little bit of money on the side doing your channels, because you don't make money on Booktube. You don't make money on YouTube unless you have hundreds of thousands of followers. And a lot of it, which a lot of booktubers are really good about, they'll say, this publisher sent me this book for an honest review. Or they'll say, like, this is a product that I used first, da 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 da, and everything like that. And it's usually really quick and to the point, which I like. I don't like hearing a 2-minute ad at the beginning of a video when I want to watch the bookish content. So a lot of booktubers will also do their bookish content and then their ad at the end, which is something I also really prefer and like, and I'm totally fine. Exactly. I'm very fine with people doing sponsorships and publishing like things as long as they're transparent about it. And question 7, the last question, is, do you think Booktube is dying? I would say no. I feel like I know it's hard for me sometimes to find new content and inspiration, but that's when I take little hiatuses or breaks, but I always come back. And I feel like that's the same with all booktubers who take little breaks. They usually find their way back. And I don't think Booktube's necessarily dying, because there's always going to be some form of audience that wants to find friends and talk about books and share their love of books with others. It'll definitely change, as Booktube has changed over the years, and I'm okay with change. Like, change is a good thing. So there we have my ranty ramble of the Booktube Real Talk. I don't know if I really spilled any tea, but please let me know in the comments down below what you think about these questions, your answers, your thoughts and feelings. And honestly, if you have any critique or hints and helpful gestures to, you know, give me more ideas for what type of videos you want to see me create, because like I said, sometimes coming up with ideas is hard and I could use an inspiring boost from you guys. And remember, I love you guys. I hope you stick around my channel. You can like this video and subscribe to get more alerts and notifications on when I create more content. I usually upload every Tuesday and Friday. And until then, I love you and I'll see you again soon. Bye!